What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today we're just going to be talking about my first impressions of the Call of Duty Vanguard Alpha. So basically I played a few games. That's all. I streamed for about an hour, and thank you to everybody who tuned into that stream. Also, if you guys want to catch another Vanguard stream, I'm going to be doing it today as well. And just letting you guys know, my streaming setup is a little awkward right now when it comes to streaming Vanguard. I'm using an Elgato, and it's a lot of different cords that I didn't purchase and stuff like that. So I'm having tons of technical issues. But at the end of the day, the sound works for you guys. The gameplay works for you guys. The sound doesn't work for me, I can't hear a thing, but at the end of the day, like I said, it still works. So if you guys want to tune into another stream like that, then by all means, you can tune in today. And also, I'll be switching back to my regular setup once the Vanguard Alpha ends. Again, like I said, these are my first initial impressions. I've only played a few hours of this game, so I don't have that much knowledge about what's going on. As the days go on and the more hours that I sink into this game, I will definitely have more commentaries coming out and more personal opinions, much better opinions than what's going to be said in today's video. But when it comes to the alpha, I gotta say, I am pretty impressed, especially when it comes to the brand new game mode. But to be honest with you guys, Call of Duty Vanguard is nothing but a reskinned Modern Warfare 2019. It is literally the exact same game. Now, the movement does feel a little bit more clunkier than Modern Warfare, but again, I am playing this on console. I loaded this up on my PS4, so I'm not really too fond of the controls. That's why the gameplay is a little clunkier, and I'm not doing as good as I would want myself to do. So I gotta wait until the PC beta comes out, or the PC alpha. I don't even know what they're going to be releasing for PC. But I'm going to blame the clunkiness of Call of Duty Vanguard to the fact that I haven't played on console for a long time, and the fact that an FOV slider is not yet implemented into the game as well. So playing on this basic, really low FOV is just... it's a whole different experience, trust me. I'm telling you guys, FOV is like a game changer. That's why a lot of people are trying to fight for it when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone. It just gives a nice feel to the game, and also it's a nice advantage as well. But for a PS4, the base PS4 model as well, I gotta say the performance on my end has been pretty decent so far. I was really shocked. Compared to Black Ops Cold War, which was an absolutely awful experience from the alpha to the beta, everything. I played them both on the PlayStation 4. It was disgusting. The performance was bad, and honestly, at that point in time, I was thinking to myself, is my PlayStation just old? Like, I legitimately thought that my PlayStation was dying on me because Black Ops Cold War played that bad, and I didn't touch it in a while. So I didn't really know if it was time to upgrade or anything. I've been on PC for about like 3-4 years now. I'm kind of out of the whole console scene at the moment. But coming over to Vanguard, I can confidently say that the PS4 is not dying. It still has some more life left in it because the performance on this was 10 times better. So I have to give Sledgehammer a lot of props because, like I said, Treyarch, which usually, in my personal opinion, is a much more competent development team, the way their performance was on my PlayStation was just disgusting. Even on my PC when the game released. If you guys don't remember back to my original Black Ops Cold War commentaries, all the, the black and white, full white skies, no textures loading in and stuff like that, it was horrible, horrible. The game was utter junk. Here we are with Vanguard. The performance is actually pretty darn solid on a base form PS4. I also want to touch upon the brand new game mode that came into Call of Duty Vanguard, Champion Hill. Now, this game mode is actually pretty fun in my personal opinion. Is it going to be something that I play often? Not really. Obviously, I'm going to go to the core 6v6 experience, and that's what everybody's more excited about than, playing this. But at the end of the day, I will be playing this a lot more than I played 2v2 Gunfight. I can 110% tell you guys that one. Basically, the whole goal of this game mode is either squad up with one of your buddies or squad up with a random guy who's playing Vanguard. Right now, it's duos, but I believe you could do trios in the future when the game releases. And basically, you guys start off with 12 lives. You cycle through 4 or 5 different maps, I think, throughout the whole game against multiple teams. You get about a minute to a minute and a half to compete with different individuals, and the goal is to hold on to the most lives and never run out, basically wiping out different teams. And the reason that I like this game mode is that is no rush to what you have to do. You can pick any playstyle, you can hold any position. If you're extremely low on lives, you can play more defensively, and it won't affect, the outcome. Obviously, you won't get as much money if you lose the overall round and have less lives, but at the end of the day, you still survive to see the next game. In the beginning, I was a little worried about this game mode when I heard it in the leaks, but now that I finally got hands-on, I gotta say, it's a good experience, and I personally think it's much better than Gunfight, and hopefully it's an addition that replaces Gunfight in the very near future. There's more action, and also, it takes up way less development time, because if you think about 2v2 Gunfight, they have to make multiple different maps and scatter them across, compared to this where it's literally just 4 tiny little arenas in one specific zone that you just rotate through. It's a really genius concept. So once again, I have to give Sledgehammer Games props. At the end of the day, so far, it's feeling pretty solid. It's exactly what I wanted out of Modern Warfare. I've been asking for it for ages. I love the engine, but the way that the maps were designed and the core mechanics of the game completely ruined the title. In Call of Duty Vanguard, it's the Modern Warfare engine, it has the same feeling, but a lot of the cheese, like for example bouncing Bettys, pretty much do absolutely nothing. They're like little hit markers that indicate where the enemies basically are in this game. Dead silence isn't really needed because the footsteps are extremely low. All I really need to see is what the 6v6 maps look like. Seriously, if the 6v6 maps are actually legitimately good compared to what Modern Warfare 2019 produced with the god-awful selection of maps in that game, this game seriously could be actually pretty decent. But of course, there are some downsides to the alpha, which I will be discussing in different commentaries. I want to give the game, like I said, a little bit more playtime. I'll only put in a few hours, so I don't want to commentate on anything too specific or negative just yet until I can give it a little bit more playtime and confirm my issues with these exact things. But keep in mind, it's an alpha. This is the earliest form of the game. They're probably giving us the crappiest of the crappy servers. It's also a PlayStation exclusive alpha. So with all these things in mind, you have to remember, the game isn't going to be perfect. There's going to be bugs, there's going to be glitches, there's going to be a lot of annoying things. The whole purpose of this playtest is to not show it off and sell the game to you. It's to play it and give feedback to the problems that are currently happening. Like for example, when you punch or run through the walls in this game, the destructible walls, they make literally zero noise. You have no clue that anybody's coming through any type of walls. There's problems in this game that are occurring that need to be told, so that's the whole purpose of this. Everybody who's on Xbox and on PC, patience is key because you have to understand at least you're going to be getting a more polished version of what this game is going to be. This is like the beginning phase, so there's going to be absolutely tons of problems. But for me personally, I'm just waiting to play this on PC. If I were to let my negative side take over right now, I would say this game is not the most amazing Call of Duty game out there, but again, it's because I never play on controller. It's pretty much foreign when I pick it back up, so I have to understand the differences. But I studied the core mechanics of the game more over the fact that I was playing like a turd. You know what I'm saying? I had to seriously push my pub stomper try hard mindset out of the way here and just focus on what the core elements of the game has to offer. And I gotta say, it's pretty innovative, it's new, it's unique, and it runs on the Modern Warfare engine. Yes, there are some repetitive perks and repetitive streaks and stuff like that, but we have to wait until we get our hands on 6v6. This is a completely different game mode here, and they're only showing us so much content because it's an alpha. The rest of the game will be released probably in the beta, and then even more at the initial release. Fingers crossed it's not going to be a Black Ops Cold War situation where everything in the beta was everything in the actual game. Do you guys remember that? God, that was so disgusting. Black Ops Cold War was such a letdown. I can't believe I got so hyped for that game oh god, they screwed me. So again, like I said, I'm trying to keep a level head here when it comes to Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm trying to cover both sides of the story, positive and negative. I don't want to, just single-handedly pick one side. But you have to remember the past. As much as I want to like this game and, tell everybody to like it as well, you have to remember the past. We've been screwed over so many times with these games. They just treat us like absolute garbage. So when the game releases, we will truly see if this is going to be a banger or if it's going to be in the dumps with the rest. But so far, I like how Sledgehammer Games is handling the Modern Warfare engine. Truly, I thought it would be pretty badass to see how they would do with this type of engine. I wanted Treyarch to use this engine as well, but I think they did. I always hear people say that they used the same exact engine, but they modified it a little bit. But to me personally, it plays nothing like Modern Warfare, nothing at all. Black Ops Cold War plays more like, Black Ops 4, but extremely slowed down. That's what it plays like. It feels like the same movement and stuff like that. Like you can push and be aggro, but the way people play is not like BO4. The way people play is just obnoxious as hell. But when it comes down to this game, I don't know if it's just because of the small maps or the game mode. It's probably just the game mode itself. That's why I said we have to wait until we see the full 6v6 experience. But the way that they handled this specific game mode with this engine, it feels pretty cool. And I'm using the controller, so I can only imagine how I'm going to feel when I can actually get in my zone with a mouse and keyboard again. But again, guys, please don't start popping off in the comment section saying, JB, how are you falling for it? What's going on? These are my first initial impressions. I have 3 hours into the game. Give me some more time. I'll have some more, actual commentaries out with more factual information and more playtime backing up the information. But until then, if you guys want to get your own opinions, go ahead and download it if you got a PlayStation. You don't even need PlayStation Plus to play this alpha. So if you want to give it a go for all PlayStation players, I don't know if today's the last day or tomorrow, but if today's the last day, give it a shot. Even if you get an hour or two of game time into it just to see what the game feels like generally, at least you can finally give an opinion about it. But guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, you want to catch me live streams of video games I do over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.